Well, welcome to another FSD Beta video. This is version 10.69.3, which Elon said would be actually a major release disguised in a minor point release, and we're gonna see what it's doing. So you can see it's fall over here at the East Coast, lots of leaves, and that's one of the things I'm going to be curious on braking for this shoot school bus here. But yeah, that I'm curious to see how it's going to handle it. Streets mostly are clear at this point, but there's also some areas where there will be a lot of leaves on the road, so let's see how it behaves. Release notes are quite impressive, a lot of changes, and I can see why Elon basically said this would be a quite a big release, going around this stopped van here, no problem. I can see why, you know, this was not just a point or minor release. There's a lot of things in the release notes, and yeah, we'll see how, you know, these things translate into everyday driving.
In 500 feet, go right onto Stony Brook Road. Now bear right onto Stony Brook Road.
Okay, very hesitant. Just gonna send that in. Looked like it had a creep wall in the middle of the intersection. That's interesting. Now here we can see the leaves. Car is very slow around this corner. You can see a lot of leaves at the side of the road. But again, slowing down to 20. Okay, another big truck in the road. Let's see. We got to go around here. Okay, I had to help it there. Now we go back, coming to this stop. And another parked UPS truck. Okay, we just go around it. All right. And now we brake. I don't know why. Maybe because of that car on top of this little hill here. That's something I've seen. So if there is, especially if there would have been real oncoming traffic on this little hill crest here, it would have probably panic braked like it did here now. Yeah, this is not good. Now it wants to brake. I don't know why.
In 500 feet, turn right onto Old Hill Road.
Seems to be feels very, let's say, unsure. I don't know if it's because of the leaves. It never had really issues on this part of the road.
Old Hill Road.
So that's interesting. It's almost like it feels like it's second guessing itself in some of these turns. Doesn't feel that comfortable.
In 500 feet, turn left onto Edgehill Lane. Now turn left onto Edgehill Lane.
And now here it wants to stop in the middle of the turn. Kind of weird.
Now turn left onto Kings Highway North.
Let's see, very obstructed to the left here, so it needs to definitely creep out, but it's okay, it can go. All right, that was okay. That felt okay in terms of how far it crept. Yeah, it seems to be very intimidated by oncoming cars in these situations. So, very hesitant.
Now turn left onto Wilton Road.
Now here I turn off the blinker manually, and for a simple reason, we have to go straight. And here it, because of the navigation, I would assume, yeah, it wants to turns on the blinker back to go left. Let me just turn it off here because it's going to confuse oncoming traffic. We don't want to go left here, and I'm just going to send that in one more time. We have to go left. Sorry, we have to go straight here, and because it has to do a slight left turn and then kind of right again, which is also what navigation indicates. It's setting the blinker, and that's just going to confuse the other traffic. So I turn it off here quickly. It would have done the right thing. It would have crossed, but you know, it's not okay to indicate it wants to turn left when it actually goes straight.
Turn left onto Main Street.
Let's move to the left here a little bit for this oncoming truck. Sorry, move to the right, of course. Shouldn't move to the left when there's an oncoming truck. Move to the right, just to get out of the way a little bit. That's good. Didn't budge at all for that truck that was peeking into the road. Probably had the same problem. He needs to creep forward to be able to see. So, human driver problem as well. But my car didn't, you know, it moved to the left a little bit. Now this time it was to the left. But it didn't panic brake or anything. So that was actually good. I'm still a little bit surprised about at the beginning of this drive how it was very timid on these back roads. Not sure if that was because of the narrow of these roads being narrow, and you know, the leaves on the side of the road making it think the road is narrower than it was, or I don't know. But on these roads here it feels actually pretty good. Again, it clearly reacted. It's not hard to see in video, right? But it clearly reacted to that oncoming black Audi or whatever it was by just very slightly moving to the right. And that's probably what a lot of humans do as well. That's good. Yeah, don't blow your leaves in the street, they're gonna come back. But also here, there was this guy on the side of the road with the leaf blower, and my car didn't freak out. Big move to the right here and then to the left. That was a little bit, you know, I praised it before for doing that. This was a little bit too much for my taste. So nothing unsafe, but just a little bit uncomfortable.
In 1,000 feet, keep left to stay on Westport Road. Now keep left to stay on Westport Road.
Coming to another all four-way stop. Okay, now that seems to be new as well. So you can see, or you saw that the other car was actually going pretty much at the same time like us. Previously, it often would have. Yeah, now here I gotta push the accelerator here. This is one of these things. This is a stop sign where it thinks that it actually controls for our lane where it doesn't, because of, I guess, the angle of this stop sign. So it would have tried to stop here, and that's obviously not good. Been reporting this in the past, and I'm reporting it again here. So that's one of the remaining problems that I can see, and pretty much reproducible at a number of spots, that it truly, yeah, now it's kind of, okay, kind of freaked out because of that biker. These stop signs, I have a couple of spots where I can easily reproduce this, and to be honest, I don't know how this can be fixed, other than, either now you cannot see the green lights, it's slowing down, and I've seen it. Yeah, okay, that was interesting. So he couldn't see the green lights because of this truck in front of me, and it kind of slowed down, probably assuming it might be, the light might be red, and as soon as it was visible at its green, it accelerated again. So that's good. Yeah, these stop sign problems, I'm not sure how that can be resolved, other than using map data to kind of basically say, no, yes, there is a stop sign here, but this is not controlling for, my road. Or, the much more unlikely solution, that the angle of these stop signs get fixed, and that's not going to happen. So Tesla will have to find a way to deal with that. A lot of winding, a little bit winding roads coming up now with little hill crests and all of that. So far, no problem at all. another stop sign here to the right, which is angled dangerously into, you know, into our lane, but this time it was okay. And we're actually going to come up to another issue that I have noticed with stop signs, and that issue is when the stop signs are bigger than they usually are. It's not the one that's coming up here. This one's going to be, I mean, fine, at least from that perspective. But the next one. Okay, it was waiting there for quite a bit, but made it finally. Okay. So the issue is with this next stop sign coming up, and it's actually almost at our destination, and it's a bigger than usual stop sign. And watch the visualization. You will see that it will basically detect it roundabout now and see how close it is, and now it's moving it back. So we are still not here. See, kind of like it moves the stop sign back, and now we're at the stop line. So this was okay-ish, but I have seen the car kind of stopping very early because it detects that stop sign to be much closer than it really is. And my only guess is it's because it's bigger, and it kind of, the Tesla uses or seems to be using the
Now turn left.
size of the stop sign to kind of determine how far away it is. That's my only explanation. And we are at the destination now, so okay. I'm turning it off now. So yeah, overall, first 20 minutes or so on 10.69.3. The beginning was quite, let's say, rough. It made a couple of timid moves around other cars. There was this one, let's say, impatient disengagement because it was waiting behind that truck, which was parked on the side or in the street actually. So I just took over because the guy kind of waved me through. And then there was this other issue where I turned the system off, just that it doesn't confuse others with this left turn when it sets the blinker. So it was one of these slightly turn left, and the navigation tells it to turn left and then turn right. So, you know, these are small things that are, I think, fixable pretty easily. It's just clear that Tesla hasn't gotten to these smaller items yet, probably in their backlog. But overall, you know, an okay first impression. The timidness around other cars with leaves on the side of the road. Hopefully something that the car will send the data back to Tesla so they can have a look at it. And yeah, that was it. Thanks a lot for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye.